Okay, hello guys, and welcome to a new little segment that I'm going to be doing on Skyrim called Character Builds, where basically I just show you different character builds that are kind of unique and hopefully quite interesting for you to do on your own or just to watch the video or whatever you want to do. I've never recorded like this before on my computer. I'm not using a capture card, so I'm not actually sure if this will work, and if it doesn't then you won't know I'm saying this because I won't upload it, so there's probably no point me still saying it, so we'll just go ahead and get right into it. I think that's right. No, we'll load just to make sure. Yeah. Alright, so this class apparently relies on stuff that's no longer available, but I do not care. Alright, I'm just realising I don't know how to actually stop the recording when I need to. And Skyrim's crashed. But it's fine now. Eh? Oh, no complaints, eh? Alright, I'm realising that this mod actually causes me to get a few frame rate issues actually, so...
Another victim. Talk to me again when you're ready for another.
Alright, anyway, well, the mod I mean, it's a really good mod, I'll show it you with. If it doesn't crash, I'll show it you with. Alright, basically, the guy that I am using is a Khajiit, and I'll just go and stand next to a guy. I've edited the height for oh, he's sat down, isn't he? There's a guy over here. As you can see, I'm considerably taller, and that's because the race is a Khajiit, because they're half cat, half lion, tiger, whatever it is, and half human. And I am playing as a Manticore, and a Manticore means man-eater, and they are meant to be, in myth and legend, half cat, half human. So I decided to make this race. They're usually very big, which is why my guy is so tall, and they usually use a double-ended weapon, but I have... Well, on Skyrim you can't get a double-headed weapon. But a double-ended. Alright, two swords is what I'm going to be using instead. So for role-playing, alright, this build focuses around 3 unique enchanted items, which I feel is what sets it apart from other dual-wield weapons. So, right, we'll get right into what it's actually got then. Alright, well, it's a Khajiit, and you can have any gender that you want. I'm using male because I think it fits a bit better with the role playing, but you've got to be a Khajiit for this to work. Any gender, as I said. What stone should you be under? We'll get back to that. We'll start with the actual gear. Alright, so this is the gear that I am using. We'll start the 3 main items. We'll start with the main one. The Ring of Namira is necessary for this class, because the Ring of Namira gives you the option, when you've killed someone, to feed on them, which is pretty much exactly what a man-eater does, because it's called man-eater. So you need to be able to feed, so that fits perfectly with the role-playing purposes, as well as giving a plus, I think, is it plus 50 or something? Plus 50, I think, to stamina, which just fits with the actual class. The other main weapons are the wind shear. Now, in the normal game you can only actually get 1 wind shear, but I've got 2 because I just added another one. But just use a regular scimitar along with the wind shear, and you can enchant it with whatever you want. But the reason for the wind shear is because it fits. It looks like the actual blade looks the same as what a Manticore would use. So that's why wind shear is almost perfect. And also the enchantment on wind shear means that whenever you hit someone, you can cause them to stagger like more often or something. It like paralyzes them for 0.1 of a second, so they just fall down. And it basically helps with this class's defense, because obviously when using a class like this you don't have much in terms of defense because you're pretty much all out attack. So it fits role playing purposes perfectly. It looks right, and its enchantment really helps with this class because it makes sure that they're always down. Well, not always down, but often down, so you don't take as much damage to your health, if any at all. Obviously you can't use 2 wind shears if you're on Xbox or PlayStation, so just get a normal scimitar and you can enchant it with whatever you want or anything like that. Ebony mail, not really needed for role playing purposes, but it is very important because of the poison. Oh no, actually yeah, the poison damage that it does is quite fitting to role playing purposes, and as well as it just being a really strong armor. So that's pretty much yeah, you need ebony mail for this, because otherwise you're just gonna get destroyed. Okay, is ebony mail stronger than Daedric? I do not know. I think it is, and I don't know why I think it is, even though it says it's ebony. Anyway, I've got orcish boots and orcish gauntlets. This is because I had ebony ones on, but I've got a mod that retextures my ebony different to my ebony mail, so they look horrendous together. So I put orcish on, and I think they look fine now. So basically whatever gauntlets and boots you want, as long as they fit with the style. And that is all of the items. Now we'll get into this guy's magic. Yeah, basically paralyze. The idea behind this is to maintain as much offense as you possibly can whilst not needing your defense at all, so you don't take as much damage. So paralyze, you basically paralyze the opponent, and you can either take them out, but what I tend to do with paralyze is paralyze my opponent, and then that gives me like a one-on-one battle with the other person. So it just makes it so I'm not getting hit from the side or from the back, because obviously I've got no defense. Grand healing, that really is only ever used after the match. I don't think I've ever used that during the fight. It's just to get all my health back afterwards. Alright, before we get into shouts, we're going to get into the skills. Alright, we'll go to the right. No, we'll start in combat. Alright, smithing. My perk trees are different because I've got a mod. It makes them more balanced at higher levels, so I think it's much better. But smithing, basically you need to have got all the way up to ebony to be able to do this realistically quite well. If you've got the same perk tree as me, you need to get up to 50 for the improved heavy armor, but you need to be up at 70 so that you can improve enchanted, so you can improve the ebony mail, and you need to be able to improve weapons and shields twice as much as well. So that's why I've got smithing. That's all that's for. I never smith my own gear though on this guy. I don't see the point. I prefer like finding something unique. Alright, this is my heavy armor skill tree. I've got all 5 investments of Juggernaut, but they're spaced out over the right hand side of mine, so they're all up here, if you can see. And then just take all the heavy armor perks really, that you need them for the defense. I didn't bother taking my mounted knight one because I don't need attacks from horseback, but yeah, just take all of your heavy armor perks if you think they're going to be necessary. You will never be blocking, so you don't need that. two-handed. I guess you could eventually invest in two-handed, because like now I've got 16 perks that I don't use, so you could invest in two-handed and try and improve that once you've done the class. One-handed, take absolutely everything. Just absolutely everything for one-handed. I'll show you. Now we'll just keep it quick. Archery, I didn't take anything because I get perks automatically. Like the more damage ones, I get them automatically, so I didn't take that. But sneak, again, I haven't taken anything. Same with lockpicking. Alright, alchemy. The reason for alchemy is basically so that my character can fulfill its role-playing purposes. So basically it can use poisons. The only poisons I really use are the damage health ones. I don't know why I didn't show you them, but I have got them. And master alchemy, so you can make as powerful things as you want. But yeah, it's basically so that you can poison. You could paralyze, but I find if you're constantly paralyzing, you get way too overpowered. So yeah, that is the reason for alchemy. Obviously no illusion or conjuration or destruction. Restoration, mine's at 98. The only reason you take restoration is to heal yourself after battle and to get that. Avoid death. It saved me a few times. But it's literally the only reason you try and get your restoration to 90. Because if you get avoid death, you're pretty much given a second life. So when you've got no form of defense, it can be very useful. That alteration. Take it. I get these automatically, the main ones. So the only perk I actually took was magic resistance to block 30% of spells effects, and Atrinac, so I absorb 30% of magicka. It's very useful when fighting mages because at the moment I'm playing on legendary, and so if I miss like if I go to paralyze them and I miss, I'm dead so quick. It's not even true. But yeah, that's all. So the main perks in this, the main skill trees are heavy armor. Ooh, thought I could flick quicker. One-handed. Heavy armor, one-handed. Alchemy. Restoration. Alteration. And smithing. But the main ones probably alteration, heavy armor, and one-handed. And alchemy. Alright. So we've been through that. What else is there to go through? Oh, I'll just show you my potions quickly. My poisons, and you just put them on your blade and they should be favoured. Alright, what else is there? Oh, alright, the stone. Alright, because you're going to be paralysing fairly often, not all the time, but fairly often, I recommend that you use the serpent stone, because obviously that grants you paralysis once per day, I think. So, personally, I use the serpent stone until you get to quite a high level when your alteration can, like, once you're an expert in alteration, and then you don't really need the serpent stone after that, so you're free to have whatever stone that you want. Once you've got alteration quite high. When you're leveling up, I'll just show you. When you're leveling up, I'd try and level up going 1 in magicka, 1 in health, and 1 in stamina until you get your magicka to 200, and then I'd stop with that completely, and I'd just go 1 into health and 1 into magicka, into stamina. Yeah. So basically, but obviously, like, if you feel you prefer the alteration side of things and you play quite heavily towards the alteration side, because obviously you don't have to play exactly the same, you can keep going with your magicka if you find 200 a bit underwhelming. So it's completely up to you. Alright, So we've been through the stone, we've been through the gear, we've been through the investment. Alright, we'll go through the shouts. Alright, I have got 3 shouts equipped, and I don't really use that one I don't use Elemental Fury that often, but that basically is brilliant for making it so you attack quicker. Slow time, don't really use that one that often either. The one I mainly use is Whirlwind Sprint. The strategy behind Whirlwind Sprint is basically it's quite easy to face combat guys with this guy, because basically you hit them and they're constantly falling backwards and stuff, and they struggle to hit you. So fighting combat isn't really a problem, but the second you've got to fight like an archer or a mage, they can quite easily, if they're a powerful archer or mage, they can have taken you out by the time that you've even got to them. So Whirlwind Sprint, you whirlwind up to them and you get right in the face, and then you just annihilate them with your flurry of attacks. Alright, that is pretty much everything. We're going to talk to this guy and we're going to have a fight, and I'll just show you. I'm on legendary. It's basically, on Xbox you can't get higher, but on PC, as I have recently found, you can get to legendary, which is harder than master. So we'll go on legendary. My game might crash here, I do realise that. I'm ready for a match.
Alright, what match type? Good choice.
We'll just go 1-on-1 just so I don't crash my game. It's because I've got the recording thing open in the background, and that takes up quite a lot of my processing power, and because this is a mod, it kinda takes up quite a lot itself, so I'll probably be capping out near to 100 here, 100% usage. I had one of them animated loading screens, but it kinda just, I don't know, it kinda just sucked. It just seemed to take ages loading, but I'm realising it just takes ages loading anyway now. Oh. But yeah, this is the Dwemer Coliseum. It's a brilliant mod. It's just like the Oblivion Arena, but probably better, I actually think. It fits role-playing purposes. Oh, straight past him. Yeah, see, this has gone horrible. Alright. What are we gonna do? Because I have just completely ruined this. Could do grand healing. Yeah, let's run away. Alright, so we've got more health now. Ooh. We must first equip a weapon. So let's go to inventory, get our wind shears on. Let's get our poison on. Alright, that should be both of them. Alright, so now we're up against a Storm Atronach as well. I don't know how we're going to get up to them actually, because they'll just do a ton of damage. Actually, I don't know why. Alright, let's just go for it. See how the guy just falls over a lot? And that is basically how you kill them very quickly. So the strategy for this guy is, if you're against a mage, just do this. and get up right up into the mage's face. I completely forgot what I was doing because I was doing a video and I went straight past the guy. Yeah, alright, that 20-minute video, that should be alright, shouldn't it? The guy basically, actually I want to show you against like a combat guy. We'll just do another one, just where hopefully I'll be concentrating and I won't do that.
Great job. Here's your game. Talk to me again when you're ready for another.
We'll do a ranked match.
Your next opponent is a Thane. He has a dangerous blade said to wield the elements. Think you can take him? The doors are open for you. If I were you, I'd disarm him and use his favorite blade against him.
Sigic blade. That's quite a cool. That's cool. Alright, I know exactly. This is probably going to be quite an overpowered strategy. We're just going to get in there and hopefully paralyze. Shit, I missed with the bloody paralyze. Yeah, that is, well, that's an example of me not having much health or much defense. Let's not make the same mistake twice. I didn't realise, I thought this guy, I'm confused as to what role this guy is now. What's he doing? Well, this is gonna be an extremely easy fight because he's down. Oh crap, he's up again. Alright, I'll show you how to play this guy against combat guys then. You just basically hammer the attacks on constantly and he'll keep falling over and won't be able to hit you. However, he has got a lot of health. But yeah, basically that's how this works against combat guys. Elemental blade, and you can feed afterwards. So we'll just quickly feed. Just because I'm a man-eater, I'm a Manticore. Force. Ooh. Alright. So, thank you for watching guys, hope you've enjoyed the video. This is how to make the Manticore character build. I think it fits role-playing purposes really well. I hope you liked the video. Please subscribe to see more of the videos. And I will try and figure out how to stop the recording now because I'm not very good at this. So, thank you for watching guys. And I am crouching, but I'm not meant to be. No, I'm not trying to do that. Has that stopped it? No, it's taking a screenshot. Well, it shouldn't have done it, should have paused the video. Oh, got a technical difficulty. Alright, well, if I just do this. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and I'm just gonna go and quit Skyrim because it'll just saved. Alright guys, I will see you all later.